What's up, YouTube? Here we got a 2005 Range Rover HSE. This particular one is a stretch limousine, as you guys can see. I'm having a problem with the vehicle where when you turn the key, all the lights come on. Everything appears to work fine. However, I go to crank it and I get absolutely nothing. We're not getting a ding, we're not getting a click, we're not getting anything. So after spending several hours online and unable to find anything that would help me find a solution for this problem, I went ahead and started troubleshooting it myself. First, I checked the battery, made sure that the battery was fully charged and connected properly. I checked all the grounds, made sure they were fully charged and connected properly. This particular vehicle has on-off switch, as you can see there, and that's to disconnect the battery for when the vehicle sits for extended period of times, which luckily we don't have it sitting too long often, but it's there either way. Behind this battery, right back over here, you're going to see a box. It has this cover on it. It comes off with some latches that are right here on the top. You pull those latches out. On the right hand side, you're going to see a relay. And right underneath that box, you can barely see it right there, you're going to see another relay. It's this one right here. Take note of the wires. It has two black ones, a blue one, and a yellow one. That is the starter relay. I got to this step obviously after I went ahead and checked my starter, which is behind the tire, which is very, very difficult to get to and a pain in the butt. I was trying to jump it from there to see if the starter was bad or I had some type of ignition problem, but I couldn't get to the terminal without removing the starter, so I figured I'd try something else. Anyhow, getting back to the box that's right behind the battery. Inside that box, you're going to find this relay. Now what I did, I took your regular fuse tester, right? And I had my wife, who's been helping me out with this, with the button turning over here, turn ignition. I checked these black wires for positives while I cranked it, while it sat, and we didn't get anything. Now from my understanding, this little blue wire here provides the ground that tells that relay to kick on and, you know, shoot electricity to the starter. I checked that first by connecting one side of my fuse tester to the positive and then touching that back side of the blue wire, as you can see just a little bit here. And when we turn the ignition, the light comes on showing me that there is a negative going to that wire. However, after checking both of the black wires, I noticed that there was no power to either one of them. Meaning that there's no power coming in, so obviously there couldn't be any power coming out. And I did that by obviously putting my fuse tester on the negative and touching both backs of the black wire. So I got no power there. So what I did, which you could try this at your own risk if you like, it seemed to have worked out pretty good for me, is I got a set of jumper cables. I attached one end right to my fuse jumper, or anything long like a screw or anything you might have that would be able to get behind that relay. Attach the other side to the positive, of course being very careful not to touch anything. And then, I'm just not sure if you guys could see it very clearly, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this concoction that I made up and I'm going to very quickly touch the back of the wire. Now I'm not getting anything in this case. Okay, so obviously that's the incorrect side since I don't have anybody turning the key for me at this moment. So I'm going to turn the relay over and as you can hear, the car tries to crank. Now if your ignition is in position 2, your car should crank that right up. So let's go ahead and try that right now. Let's go to open the vehicle. Let's put key position into number 2. Still getting no start. No start when we turn it. However, everything else is on. We're going to come back over here to our relay with this little device that we made up. And very carefully, it's our car. And there you have it, vehicle fixed. As far as the permanent fixed or the reason why it's not starting, I still have to figure that out yet. I may post something a little bit later letting you guys know how I figured it out. But in the meantime, since this car can't afford to be sitting and I need it running, I'm going to go ahead and run a new relay with new power, and I will likely use that same ground wire or lead off of it to tell the new relay to send power to the black wire that's supposed to be receiving it. Hope this was some help, guys. If you like my video, give it some thumbs up. If you got any questions, post them and I'll do my best to answer them. Good luck, guys.